Hi guys, it's Zigzag here. So today we're going to be opening up another pack of Zendikar Rising. This is the fourth pack from the pre-release pack and the fourth pack I'm opening overall. So let's begin. Okay, so first up we have Cascades here. Cascade Seer, 4 mana, creature, merfolk, wizard, 3/3. When Cascade Seer enters the battlefield, scry X, where X is the number of creatures in your party. Perhaps you can't see the path, but that doesn't mean it isn't here. Alright. Next up we have Expedition Healer. Expedition Healer, 2 mana, creature, core cleric, 2/2, vigilance. Expedition Healer has lifelink as long as you control another cleric. In any adventuring party, the cleric is the heart, healing wounds, inspiring courage, and raising morale. Next up we have Tormenting Voice. Right around here, actually, right there. Tormenting Voice, 2 mana, sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards. Kargan tribal lands rarely have issues with goblin raids. Coincidentally, they also rarely have issues keeping their dragons fed. Okay, that's pretty cute. The goblin raids do happen, but the dragons eat them before they become an issue. Might of Marasa. Might of Marasa, 2 mana, instant. Kicker, 3 mana. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. If this spell was kicked, that creature gets +5/+5 until end of turn instead. The continent of Marasa is defined by irrepressible growth, both natural and otherwise. Alright, next up, Ghastly Gloom Hunter. Ghastly Gloom Hunter, 2 mana, creature, zombie bat, 1/1. Kicker, 4 mana. Flying, lifelink. If Ghastly Gloom Hunter was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Stinking Silent Death. Next up we have Territorial Scythe Cat. Yeah. I think there's actually 3 pages missing between these two. But for the moment, I'm just going to ignore it. Territorial Scythe Cat, 3 mana, creature cat, 2/1. Trample, landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Territorial Scythe Cat. Standing between a Scythe Cat and its prey makes you the appetizer. Alright. This goes in slot 6. Next up we have Prowling Felidar. Number 34. Prowling Felidar, 4 mana, creature, cat beast, 2/3. Vigilance, landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Prowling Felidar. On occasion, Felidars leave meaty gifts outside the tents of explorers they consider worthy. Alright. Basic cat behavior. Next up we have Dreadworm. This is an alternate art version of it, number 297. So So 302.10987. It's on a page before. Alright. So new page. Dreadworm, 5 mana, creature, worm, horror, 5/4. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Dreadworm gains indestructible until end of turn. Alright. Next up, Expedition Diviner. Expedition Diviner, 4 mana, creature, merfolk wizard, 3/2, flying. As long as you control another wizard, Expedition Diviner has, when this creature dies, draw a card. Wizard's spells twist the fabric of reality to channel elemental energies, peer into the future, and even calm the royal. Alright, so we're up to the uncommon. So first up we have Vastwood Surge. New page. Alright, yeah. Sorry, I was screwed up my counting somewhere. Alright, so Vastwood Surge, 4 mana, sorcery, kicker, 4 mana. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. If this spell was kicked, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. Alright, so yep. Next up we have Relic Golem. Relic Golem, 3 mana, artifact, creature golem, 6/6. Relic Golem can't attack or block unless an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. 2 mana and tap. Target player mills 2 cards. Next up we have Black Bloom Rogue. This is the final uncommon card for this pack. Black Bloom Rogue, 3 mana, creature, human rogue, 2/3, menace. Black Bloom Rogue gets +3/+0 as long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. If you ever want to get back up, do what I say. Exena, Expedition Rogue. Black Bloom Bog land. Black Bloom Bog enters the battlefield tapped. Tap to add 1 black mana. The Raimunza River flows through the branches of Yadi tree. The Raimunza River flows along the branches of Yadi trees for miles before plunging down to feed Black Bloom Lake. Exena, Expedition Rogue. Alright. For the rare, we have Shadow's Verdict. Shadow's Verdict, 5 mana, sorcery. Exile all creatures and planeswalkers with converted mana cost 3 or less from the battlefield, and all creature or planeswalker cards with converted mana cost 3 or less from all graveyards. The shadows of death fall over everyone in the end. Alright, 124, so that's what, 7. Next up, we have a foil Expedition Stalker. I already have copies of Expedition Stalker, so I'm not going to read this one out, but we are going to save it. So I think Wizards was switching to a different kind of foiling method. I'm not sure if either of these have that applied to them, but foils look good compared to some of the other ones. The foiling really stands out, whereas on some of the, like, maybe it's just the packs, but it seems like it stands out a bit more than like some of the Ikoria foils, etc. So for the land slot, we have land number 266, Plains. Alright, so just the standard Plains card, it goes in slot 5. And then we have just the standard add card. These are now numbered 7 and 8, so 7/8. I'll save one. Can't remember what I did in previous sets with these. No, I ended up with 1 billion of them in the card boxes just because, but yep. So We ended up with no duplicates in this pack, which, alright. Yep. But, anyways. So, that was another pack of Zendikar Rising opening, the 4th pack overall. We're getting quite a few cards completed. We have, out of the 62 cards we've opened, we have, alright, never mind. But yeah, we've only got 3 duplicates so far, so we're doing great. This has been Zigzag. Thank you for joining me for this pack opening. Bye.